So it's not MMA, but this is going to be my first combat sports event that I've ever been to live. Right now, I am at a casino that is an hour away from my home. Before I quit my last job, I would go and I would sit on some pro boxers training. Lopez is fighting this guy by the last name of Vargas, I believe, tonight. Main eventing this card that I'm going to be watching. We're also going to be looking at Barredo, a young prodigy who's coming up from this gym as well. And then Oscar Trujillo, who's coming from another gym. He comes to spar with the fighters of Riverside Boxing, which is where Louis and Pau train. So I'm going to hightail it into the venue right now. I got to go. It starts in about 10 minutes, the prelims. So very excited. I'm going to be hopefully covering the event tonight. So this will be the first of many videos. Yo, this unk was type freaky as hell, bro. I was sat down right next to him, and this dude started texting two different women. One was named Esther, and the other one's name was Dixie. And he started, like, flirting with... This is my fault for being nosy. I should have just minded my own damn business. This dude was going back and forth in between the chat. He was trying to save this Esther woman from crashing out because she was going through some shit. But the Dixie woman, he was just sending, like, porn to, bro. Like, just straight up porn. And I'm not sure, like, what the purpose of the explicit photos, like, was, but I became engrossed whenever I saw some titties, and then he ended up sending a photo of his meat, bro. So I ended up leaving after that shit happened. Almost ruined my night, but we ended up locking in and getting back on track afterwards.
Standing with trainer, Sammy Valencia, wearing red circle black, 148.4 pounds. With 20 professional bouts, he has proven 2 victories with 1 win by way of knockout and no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, el orgullo de Jerez, Zacatecas, Mexico.
Look at the power and the speed, bro. This guy is different. And just the decision making. This guy is not fucking up in there. Fucking sick. He's rocking him on accident.
Congratulations, pal. It came out. I noticed every time you fight technical and you're patient. You did it again here tonight. Congratulations, still undefeated.
I want to thank all my fans and my family for coming out. Thank God.
I fuck with you so much, pal!
What do you want to fight again, my lord?
I'm looking at forward to fighting in September.
Yeah.
September, where at?
We don't know yet, but sometime in September.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
So what would you do differently in this fight if you could go back and do it again?
Things I would do differently, I would probably be 100% a little more patient. And in the inside, I was loading. Oh, sorry, it's loud. But I was loading up a lot on my punches, and I would have let him hit me more, so he would have stopped holding. So he would let his hands go, and I think that would 100% give me more opportunities to counter him or do like land bigger shots, because he was running the whole time. So if I would have, because he hit like a bitch, honestly. If I would have just let him hit me and counter off those openings, I think I would have stopped him. I think I could have done that.
Rate your performance on a scale of 1 to 10.
Shit.
I'll give you my performance rating as well afterwards.
I thought I did like a 4.
4?
Yeah,
I would at least double that.
I
In
didn't
my
like my
opinion, I
performance.
thought that was like a very professional performance. I thought the pacing was good. I thought that the only thing that was a problem was the opponent.
Yeah.
And like he didn't want to fight you.
Yeah. I mean, there's always things you can work on.
For sure, yeah.
But definitely my next fight, I'm gonna learn from this. And yeah, but yeah, I appreciate all the support.
6 and 3 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Fighting Pride of Corona, California.
Yo, it's me the next day. I was gonna actually upload this video the night of, but it's like 11:30. I hightailed it to the event because I thought I wasn't gonna have enough time to get food, so I didn't eat. I wolfed down a 3-finger like combo from Kane's, and I just decided I was gonna take it easy. So I woke up the next morning. Let's go back over those fights, man. That was the first combat sports event I'd ever been to. I really appreciated it a lot, honestly. I got to see a brutal knockout in the first fight. I didn't record because I just wasn't expecting much from the prelim opener, but it was a really short right hand. And then the guy's chin just got credit card swiped, and he fell, and he just became inanimate. And I've seen this plenty of times on the internet, but not in real life. And that was very special, very cool. I really liked watching that. The guy's name was like El Gallo Negro. And I think that's what they also call Daniel Marcos, I think. Yeah, so one thing I will say about boxing versus MMA is like, as politely as I can say this, I don't want to badmouth the sport because, like, just in case you are a boxing head and you've just somehow made your way onto my channel, I don't want to, like, freak you out, make it so that you just dislike and never watch again, but this sport is a little bit corrupt whenever it comes to judging. Obviously, if you knock someone out, there's, like, no way that they can misconstrue that, but the truth of who really wins these fights gets conflated so easily whenever the fights go to decision, and luckily enough, a lot of the draws that were happening were in fights that 2 of the 3 friends that I watch fight, their fights ended in draws, and considering that there were other factors at play, they might have lost the fight based off of where I was sitting. I mean, obviously whenever you're in there, it's hard to tell, and then at live events too, it's really hard to like see what strikes land and connect. But I mean, like, you get a general feel just based off of the sweat flying off of their heads, and also like the reactions to what did land and what didn't land. But this isn't me saying that, like, the fight wasn't neck and neck, because it was. All of the fights were, except for Pau's. But the judging was so egregiously poor leading up to Pau Barredo's fight, because there were 2 draws within the first 3 matchups, that I assume that even though Pau would beat the hell out of the guy that he fought, because the dude was clinching so much and stalling the action, that they might have actually drawn as well. And if that would have happened, dude, I might have actually gone home, dude. No, I would have for sure stayed for the main event, but I would be, like, crashing out a lot harder right now. They need a sanction, like, badly in boxing, because whenever the fights go to the cards, I really feel like the judges are evaluating things like, okay, how much crowd support does this guy have here right now? Is he undefeated? Do I want to take his O in front of his family who's here? Does he have a good name in this community? Does he, like, hang out with pros? Is he friends with the promoter even? Maybe we just give him a draw because of that. Maybe we don't want to take the win out of this guy's sales. Maybe he actually did deserve to lose. Maybe we just give him the draw just so that he has a reason to come out and keep fighting again. Because we did enjoy hosting him, so he has some fights left in him. What are we doing detracting from his willingness to partake in these types of events whenever we want to continue to give them to him? For whatever purpose that is, I don't think that it's right. And if there was some type of centralized commission that made sure that the judges were doing what they were supposed to do, I feel like this would be less of an issue. But overall, with MMA, there's so many different ways that you can stop a fight, or a fight can end, that there's a much lower likelihood of the fight going to the cards anyways. And I'm not sure if I'll ever complain about another split decision, to be honest. Because even in MMA, whenever you like, oh my god, he got robbed, that was a really bad split decision, someone deserves to win the fight most of the time. Other than in instances like, and I can't even think of a really good draw off the top of my head. Maybe Hidalgo Bellado, he had fought with somebody and drew with him. Yeah, Jimmy Crute versus Hidalgo Bellado. Who cares? But I feel like in most other instances, somebody deserves to win the fight. Like, there should be a winner and there should be a loser. So that's my ultimate takeaway. I had a blast at the event. There was lots of violence. I got to support my friends as well. But it's kind of disheartening. I'm not sure how I'd feel if I was a guy from, I think it was the second fight. That didn't involve any of my friends. It was this dude named, he was from, I think he might have been from Jalisco. And then I forgot, I think his name was like Josias. I forgot his last name. Gonzalez, Josias Gonzalez. And then he was fighting Michael Myers, and they called him the Boogeyman. He had a record of like 2-3 or something, with like 5 fights, but he was a solid boxer. I just think that he had been fighting really good opponents. So they start scrapping, and this dude from Jalisco just putting paws on the Michael Myers dude, who's like a heavy favorite going into this. Like, this dude has a much better record than the guy, and he has a lot more crowd support as well. So everybody in the audience, we sit there and we watch Michael Myers lose like 5 out of the 6 rounds of his fight.
at least 5-1 on the cards as I was keeping track through the rounds. Like, he was getting outstruck the whole time, and there was a draw, and somebody deserved to win the fight. It was a guy who has the negative winning record. He should be at least even now, not 2-3-1. He should be 3-3, and this should be like motivation for him to work harder to get more wins. Somebody deserves to win, bro. That's like the point that I need to drive home here. Is I don't think that it's right how boxing does that with the decisions, with the draws, how like they're just passing them out like Skittles. I vehemently disagree with this, but overall, I had the time of my life. I would love to go to an MMA event. Oh my gosh, my goodness. I may need to work on that next, and then do an event like, or a recap of the event through like one of these videos again. Because, bro, being there live at the event, I wasn't even off nothing. No drinking, no smoking, no nothing. I was just there chilling, watching the event. I was high on life. I was high on violence. So yes, gentlemen, thank you so much for providing me with the opportunity to be able to share these experiences and to log them, just so that I can go back to them for reference and have the account. Hopefully there'll be more coverage from me in the future where I get to go to events and actually talk about them on my channel. So stay tuned for that. Please have a wonderful day. Like, comment, and subscribe if you made it to this point. I'm going to catch you fellas in the next one.